I'm gonna grab a little bit of dirt so we can move our saplings to a clearer area, because I think they might not grow here because of all the stuff nearby. So I'm just gonna break some stone. We're definitely gonna need a furnace, as well as we're just gonna want to have some stone for other things that we're gonna need. And this is super cool though, guys. I'm really liking the village changes so far. Andesite stuff. Oh, this is amazing. Alright, so now that we've got enough stone for a furnace, I'm gonna craft one real quick, and we'll just pop it in the back here. And oh yeah, that's a good point. We don't really have a lot of fuel to actually use a furnace, so we definitely really need to get these trees planted somewhere so they can start growing. So I'm gonna come over here and just place a couple of dirts out here in the open, where hopefully these trees will have a better chance of growing. So this low ground is basically gonna all be wiped out, and we're just gonna move the buildings up here and then keep the village kind of together on the high ground. And that way we'll have like a little bit of a defensible area. This village is just cool. I like this village a lot. So we have all these sandstone walls here, and I want to build some kind of a wall to kind of defend. Oh my goodness, is this a cat? What is it doing here? I thought they were only in jungles. Okay, I'm getting really distracted. We have a couple goals and we need to try to fulfill them. So A, we can wait for these trees to grow, or we can just start trying to dig basically and mine some stuff. Are these guys using the barrels? What are you doing, my farmer friend? Okay, so let's just get started with a basic mine for now, I guess. Right, so I'm just digging down right now, and the hope is that we find some coal. Because if we get coal, then that'll let us burn stuff and we won't have to use wood, and it will generally make our lives a lot easier. It is going to be, oh, very dark until we find coal, which we just happened to land directly on. Beautiful. And I can't see a thing, so I'm going to make some torches with some of that coal. Oh, and let's get as much of this stuff as we can. So I'm going to repair these two pickaxes. Oh, can you not do that anymore? Oh, interesting. I mean, it was not a feature that many people use. It only provides a very small benefit that's basically not worth the time investment. Especially like if you're not in the super early game, then it really doesn't matter at all. And we got ourselves some iron. Not like we desperately need iron, because we are kind of sitting next to a village. So long term we'll be able to farm some iron golems anyway. But having iron is never a bad thing. Don't complain about getting iron. When you're offered iron, you take the iron. Okay, so we're gonna move that torch a little bit and use some andesite, I guess, to get out. Probably should have used the granite there, but too late. Alright, so what is the first thing we're gonna be doing with some of this coal? Getting some smooth sandstone for sure. Okay, so we want 24, right? Because 3 times 8 is 24. Yeah, so that should work out. Ooh, smooth sandstone. Right. So let's take our sandstones. Oh no. Okay, let's take our sandstone. That should be right. Hopefully it's right. And our sandstone walls as well. And let's just kind of start plotting out a basic kind of wall that we're going to have around the village. So what I'm thinking is the village is going to kind of be, this is where our village is at currently, and we're going to have a little bit of a river running through the middle, of course. So everywhere that's not going to be affected by the river, I guess. So somewhere around, maybe like around here, and we're just going to kind of start with the sandstone. And we're just going to build like a 2-layer wall barrier, basically. It's wall, but it's like wall in a very loose sense, not not a specific wall, but more of a kind of blockade, I think. And we're just gonna kind of build this along, and we're gonna need a lot more sandstone apparently, because that did not go very far. And it's turning night. The sun disappeared. Wow, and there's a sunset now. That's so cool. I love all the new changes, I gotta say. Alright, so we're sleeping now. Gonna wake up. And it's daytime. Awesome. Okay, so. Oh, this wheat has been harvested. Ah, it was not mature. Dang. Okay, so. We got a little bit of our wall set up here. We need to get this sand right here gone. Yeah, something like that. And obviously we're going to be mixing a little bit of smooth sandstone in with these as well. It's not just going to purely be the rough sandstone, regular sandstone. We're going to have that kind of color basically along the wall. And then the idea is the wall is going to just kind of extend out this way and just be a basic little fortification for our little village here. And I think that'll do a lot in terms of just making it look protected, making it look like people are living here. Now, where we're going to get all of our future sandstone, like quarrying a bunch of this stuff out, I don't know yet. That's a good question, because we don't want to really tear up the desert. I don't think that's a very nice move, and I would prefer not to do that if we could avoid it. So it would be nice if we had like a dedicated place where we could just mine a bunch of this stuff. And we're also probably going to be modifying that desert temple a little bit, just a little bit, to get things to be a little bit nicer, because it looks a little plain right now. I think we can make it look pretty cool sometime in the future. But yeah, so in this world particularly, getting different resources is going to be a pain, because it's a really big world, of course. And yeah, we only have so much movement that we're able to do. So by the way, we should start that. Also, it does look like we got the correct amount of coal in there, so that's awesome. But that looks pretty bad. It needs to be a little bit less choreographed. Okay, what am I trying to say here? So right now we're just trying to make the wall, of course, and we're just trying to get it to look a little bit more broken up than just like a solid sandstone wall. So that's why we have the smooth sandstone incorporated as well. But I'm just trying to figure out good places for this. Okay, we're gonna need to do something about this hole, because that's pretty annoying. It's at a really weird level too. For now, I'm just gonna use diorite. Oh no. Disaster. Okay. For now, I'm just gonna use some diorite to kind of cover it up, but we'll fix it later. Properly fix it at least. Okay, so I'm thinking one more of these we're gonna change into smooth sandstone, something like that. And we can just kind of, oh goodness, okay. Something to that effect, where we're just gonna get the wall kind of started a little bit. And let's see, how does that look? That looks decent. This is gonna have to be a bit higher though. So the wall is at a decent height right there. Gonna throw in one more smooth sandstone here, one more there. This one can be a sandstone wall probably. And we're just gonna have a little bit of variations here, so something like this. And then that'll be the higher point of the wall. Oh, these trees grew, fantastic. I was just thinking we need some trees to grow. So let's chop these down right away, because we're incredibly low on wood. And we're actually probably going to want to use a little bit of wood in the decoration of the wall too. I'm not exactly sure to what extent, but we probably will. just to give it a little bit of extra color. We don't want it to be too plain. Oh my goodness, is that a stick? Did a stick just fall from the tree? I kind of like that. From a details perspective, I love that. From a farming trees perspective, that might get kind of annoying if there's always a bunch of sticks just dropping around. And I think let's get another wall post there. Yeah. Actually, this one probably should just straight up be a block. Yeah, okay, that looks good. I like that. These are getting a little bit repetitive, so we do want to kind of, I think, move some of these around. But that's a basic idea, right? Is that it's just a simple barricade that the villagers have set up to prevent their village from being overrun by the monsters.